Hi, I'm Chris Fondren, and I teach the Gentle Satyananda Yoga classes here at Washington Yoga Center. For those of you who are not familiar with Satyananda Yoga, also sometimes called Bihar School of Yoga, it is a very holistic approach to yoga. And in each class, we will have an asana portion, a pranayama or breath portion, and a meditation practice. A very unique part of this style of yoga is the Pawan Muktasana series. Pawan means wind or prana, Mukta means to release, and asana means yoga. And we start with very simple movements, joint mobility movements. So the first series of the Pawan Muktasana movements are the anti-rheumatics, such as toe bending. Very simple. Ankle bending. And the nice thing about all of these movements, ankle rotation, is that they really allow us to, they're simple enough that we don't have to think too much about how to do it. And we can really pay attention to how our body feels. And in this first series, they work through energy blockages. So if we can do these regularly, we will be more present in our asana practice because we're doing something so simple. We're not worried about if we can do it, It's just how aware we are when we are doing it. And these simple joint mobility practices help to prepare us for higher level practices. So we'll systematically go from the toes all the way up through the neck in the first series, the joint mobility series. And then as we move through the different classes, we also move into the digestive series. So really working on core development, working on massaging the abdominal organs, something like leg lock, applies gentle pressure to the ascending colon to start. And of course, we follow up with the second side, the descending colon. And there's quite a few different digestive movements that help to stimulate digestion, tone the digestive organs, and strengthen the core. And then in the final series, they're called the Shakti Bandha series, which are the energy block postures. And they're really concerned with releasing energy blockages in the hips, in the spine, the low back, and they also aid digestion as well. And just a few of those, we have churning the mill. Again, these are just very simple practices overall. And really, for those of you that are more experienced, it's about being really aware. Be aware of the movement, being aware of the breath, be aware of any energy generated. For those of you that are newer to yoga, or maybe have an injury, or haven't had a lot of yoga classes, or want more of a restorative practice, these are restorative enough that you're not straining the body in any way. And throughout each class, I will give you alternatives. And many of the practices that we do can be done seated in a chair. They can be done lying down. So those are the three Pawan Muktasana series. And in addition, we will also be doing classical poses, as I had mentioned. Cat cow, I'm not sure if I said this or not, but cat cow, downward facing dog, and even working on simple version of a classical sun salutation. After we finish the asana, we'll be doing a variety of pranayama practices, such as breath awareness, awareness of the natural breathing process, and then breath expansion and awareness practices such as abdominal breathing. Most of us do not breathe deeply enough to even activate those lower lobes of our lungs because of stress and anxiety. We tend to breathe more in the thoracic cavity. So we work on starting to breathe deeply. We work on rhythmic breathing as well, breathing equally in and out, and then working up to a practice called full yogic breath. And in most of my classes, the main meditation practice that I will do is Yoga Nidra, which is the psychic sleep. It is a guided meditation practice, and it is very relaxing, it's rejuvenating, and it is believed that about 20 minutes of Yoga Nidra is about an hour and a half to 2 hours of sleep. And there's a lot of other profound aspects of Yoga Nidra, but it does induce what's called pratyahara, the very first step to true meditation. It's that sensory withdrawal. So it's a great preparatory practice for other meditation practices as well. So I hope to see you at a class soon. Currently, I'm teaching on Fridays at 11 o'clock, and I do have a variety of workshops, Gain Without Pain, tools to manage the mind, which focuses on pranayama and meditation practices. And I hope to see you at a class very soon.